Hi, my name is Pete Ascosi, and I'm Assistant Director of Christ Life, and I want to share a story with you today. I was recently reading about a man named Matt Talbot, who was born in the 19th century in Dublin, Ireland. Matt was born to a large family in a very difficult time, and unfortunately, by the age of 13, he was an alcoholic. He worked for a wine cellar, and for the next 15 years of his life, he was completely addicted. And yet, at the age of 28, something incredible happened. And I would liken it to the prodigal son moment when he came to his senses. Matt was standing outside of a pub, hoping that one of his friends, as they passed by, would give him just a little bit of money. He used to beg and steal just to get money to buy more drink. All of his friends passed him by, and he realized the emptiness of that life. And he went home that evening and shocked his mom, who found that he was home both early and sober. And he told his mom that night, "I'm taking the pledge. I'm no longer going to drink." And she had a little reason to doubt that. But it was amazing that Matt actually was good on his pledge. He took the vow, and shortly thereafter, he returned to the sacraments. He returned to a life of faith and devotion to his Catholic faith, which he had grown up with. Matt spent the next several decades of his life living in somewhat of an obscure life, living as a laborer in Dublin, Ireland, but he lived a life of incredible virtue, devotion to God, and generosity to the poor. And he passed away at the age of 69, and years later, in October 1975, the Catholic Church declared Matt Talbot venerable. No one would have thought Matt in his early 20s was someone who could be on the path to sainthood. But that story gives me hope that God's merciful with all of my past sins and failings and yours, and that God can take us and use us as witnesses. And I love stories because I feel like stories are one of the most powerful ways to share the good news. Our stories, the stories of saints, the stories of Christians throughout the ages. And so I share this with you because this is a little snippet of a talk for the new Sharing Christ course. Christ Life developed discovering, following, and sharing Christ to help men and women to discover the Lord personally, to follow him as disciples, and to share the Lord with others, to evangelize. And this October 25-26, we're filming a new edition, and I'm humbled and honored to be one of the speakers for this new edition. And I want to invite you to consider joining us at the filming. It's going to be in the Baltimore area at St. Louis Catholic Church, October 25-26. We'd love you to join us. And most importantly, would you pray for myself, Father Eric Arnold, and Diane Davis as we present these teachings, and also for all those who will be giving their testimonies as part of this new edition. We're excited to be sharing with you more of this content in the coming weeks, and hope you'll pray for us and also consider joining us. God bless.